Now to the good part.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. We've got a special one for you, as tonight's action is part of the NBA Cup. In this game, we'll see Washington going up against Philadelphia. With Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. And we also want to welcome in our... Here we go. And it's going to be Washington off the tip. A look at the opening lineup for Washington. We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Embiid in at the center position. Pass to Whitmore. Jacks up with three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here's Monk. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. There's a screen by Kuminga. Shot clock at 6. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Now here's Mitchell. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. On the wing, Whitmore. Five to shoot. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball.
Goes to Washington.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And the sense was the back half of this year's draft was a little thinner than normal. Why was that, Shams?
It's because the money is getting bigger and bigger in college basketball. And a lot of those potential late first or second round picks can just simply make more money in college than go to the NBA. So as these new rules start to regulate and the revenues potentially get shared more across the schools, potentially it normalizes it a little bit. But these players in college are able to make essentially the NBA minimum, if not higher the NBA minimum, even as second-round potential picks.
Good point. And here's Kuminga for three. Rebound by Philadelphia. From behind the arc. Halliburton, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Washington moving the ball around. And he's going for the oop here. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Halliburton. We're at about the midway point of the group stage. A peek at where things stand in the NBA Cup.
Yeah, while there's still some time to make up ground, you have to make your move quick. There just aren't many group games left.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. It's interesting, Shams, Commissioner Silver said injuries in the 2025 playoffs were the second lowest in a decade, but big injuries, Achilles injuries to Tatum and Lillard and Halliburton. It didn't feel that way.
No, and it's really unfortunate. Those are some really serious injuries to some seriously important players in the NBA, and given the gravity of that, it's clearly an issue that goes beyond the playoffs. I'm told the league is continuing to gather the data. Of course, player health is in everyone's best interest of the league. Adam Silver, they're paying a very close eye to this.
Pass to Embiid. Left side Monk. 1:52 left in the first quarter here. Clock at 6. Here's Embiid. Lively grabs the miss. Philadelphia leading by 4. Halliburton outside. And here's Lively. Embiid covers. Pass to Halliburton. And there's a pick. Shoots over Koulibaly. And the basket by Halliburton.
And good work by Halliburton, outthinking the defense and creating an opportunity for himself.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Checked in for Philadelphia. Chris Middleton comes in for Mitchell. Now looking at the 2K leaderboard, specifically which teams have created a lot of turnovers and cashed in on the other end during the last 10 games. Washington in 5th.
They've turned up the heat defensively over this last stretch, trying to force more turnovers. That's been their game.
On defense, Philadelphia. Adebayo, a screen on Middleton. Christopher drives in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Pass to Middleton. Here's Warren. The shot no good. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. The kick out to Williams. Three-pointer off the mark.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Middleton passes to Warren. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
You gotta guard Warren close, especially when he's lurking inside looking to score.
Here's Christopher. Rebound by Philadelphia. Lively's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Whitmore outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And that does it for the first quarter. Philadelphia on top, leading by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
James Harden out there with Klay Thompson. Then it's TJ Warren. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Queen in at the 5. And for Washington, Jalen Williams is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Malik Monk. Then there's Josh Christopher. And it's Robertson in at the 5 down low. Here's Thompson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And almost all of the lottery picks in this year's draft coming out of college. Shams, what's changed over the years?
Yeah, these players in college are making so much money. In some ways, players that are going back to school at times are making just as much, if not more money than they would if they're being drafted. So the NIL money at play is the biggest story. Players no longer have to necessarily sacrifice their earnings. They can get the exposure. They can get the college experience, the big tournament. Also, they can get the big bag, the nice pocket change as well. So whether you stay in college or go to the NBA draft, whether you want to stay abroad, but in most cases enter college basketball, there's a lot of money there in NIL.
Game's popular as ever. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, when you send them to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
Pass to Williams. Adebayo, a screen on Middleton. Williams misses.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Queen, counted by Adebayo. Queen, pass to Middleton. Philadelphia moving it around. Harden, the open look. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night.
and the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Shams, I know you've had discussions with Commissioner Adam Silver about the league possibly expanding into Europe. Where does that stand?
Well, it's fluid, BA, and Commissioner Adam Silver and other league officials have been very clear to me. It's a process that's going to be measured in years, not necessarily months. There's definitely a sense they want to better serve those fans in Europe, start their own league out there that's NBA affiliated. And that's something the NBA is much more further along in exploring in the days, weeks, and months ahead, as opposed to expansion immediately.
And it'll be Philadelphia with their first time out of the game here. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Lively, he's checked in for Queen. Flag comes in for Warren. Whitmore's checked in for Thompson. And Mitchell subbed in for James Harden. Outside Whitmore. Here's Flag outside. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist. Flag's got his first 3 points of the game. And with two of the league's smaller market teams facing off in last year's finals, Shams, any problem with that?
On one hand, BA, it definitely takes the audience some getting used to, but for Commissioner Adam Silver, it's a sign that the league's changes are working as intended. So much parity, it gives every team, if well managed, a chance to compete. And the Pacers and Thunder both certainly fit that description. This is a wide open league right now, BA.
NBA is fertile ground if it's well managed. That's the key. Middleton, no good. For Washington, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Here's Christopher. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Washington shooting their first free throws here for the night. That one's off. And Philadelphia making a change here. Halliburton is checked in. Hachimura is checked in for Washington. And he's good on the second. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Lively. Here's Flag. Outside Whitmore. From deep, Mitchell. Kuminga pulls it in. And so Kuminga will bring it up for Washington. They trail by 1.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
What matters most is Kuminga attacks with confidence. He doesn't seem to question that part.
Pass to Lively. Back to Mitchell. Outside Whitmore. Right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Philadelphia needs to get off a shot. An open look for Lively. The rebound by Embiid.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
All right, Chomps, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, BA. Thank you.
Well, that was fun having Shams sit in with us. I'll tell you what, if you're looking for the inside scoop, he's the guy.
So true. He's got his finger on the pulse of this entire league. If something's going down, you can count on him letting everybody know about it.
And there's the screen. Here's Halliburton. Philadelphia with another miss. Hachimura with the ball. Guarded now by Whitmore. Hachimura, the pass to Monk. Pass to Embiid. Outside Kuminga. Now Monk launches it. And it's Tyrese Halliburton with the rebound.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Over to the left wing. To stop the run. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Washington. They lead by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. And let's focus now on the Rookie of the Year contenders. Some great talent coming into the league this year.
It usually takes some time for rookies to adjust, I'm telling you, man. But this group is playing like they've already been here for a while.
Preparation, Kenny. These guys got some good coaching before they arrived.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Malik Monk really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Derek Lively is out there with flag. Then it's Halliburton, then it's Davion Mitchell, and it's Whitmore in at the 3, the small forward. Washington leading by 3. And for Washington, they've got Malik Monk. Rui Hachimura is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Coulibaly in at the 2 spot. Here's Kuminga, and it's Flag with a rebound. And for Philadelphia, they're shooting just 31% in today's game. Not great. And for Philadelphia, they've got Derek Lively. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Davion Mitchell. Then it's Flag, and it's Whitmore in at the small forward position. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Monk. There's the triple. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got 5 rebounds tonight. Monk against Mitchell. Left side, Whitmore. Here's Flag. For the lead. The shot, no good. Washington shooting around 41%. Here's Monk. Uses the glass on the layup. Monk's got 8.
Physical D there, but Monk fights through it. He's tough now.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And some of the best high flyers in the NBA. Some of this year's contenders for the dunk contest.
And when you look at the names on that list, you just know that contest has a chance to be special.
You look at Whitmore, and I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
And there you have it. This year's dunk contest field looks incredible. We'll keep you up to date in the voting.
That is always a highlight of All-Star Weekend. Watching guys just fly through the air. And I enjoy watching all of the guys on that list slam it home.
Monk looking around. Here's Hachimura. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Pass to Flag. Mitchell against Monk. On the wing, Whitmore. Gets over Kuminga. Philadelphia with another miss. Washington leading by 3. Outside Monk. Shoots it from the high post. Jump shot is good that time. Monk's gotten 4 this quarter.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Outside Mitchell. The 3. And the three-pointer goes. Mitchell's got 6 points.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
Now a timeout called by Washington. Chris Middleton's checked in for Whitmore. And then for Washington, Williams is checked in for Hachimura. And it's Christopher in for Coulibaly. .144 left in the third. Here's Christopher, defended by Halliburton. Washington again can't hit. For Philadelphia, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Pass to Flag. On the wing, Mitchell for the tie. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in the game. Kuminga, the pass to Christopher. 1:09 left in the third quarter. Williams from long range. Kept alive. Embiid passes to Williams. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Monk. Takes a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Lively's got his 6th rebound on the night. Halliburton looking for an opening. Lively against Embiid. Pass to Halliburton. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Washington shooting only 39% so far in the game. Kuminga finds Monk. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's Washington. They lead by 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. And so in the game for Washington, we've got Kevin Huerter. Malik Monk is out there with Josh Christopher. Then it's Jalen Williams. And it's Adebayo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Philadelphia, they're shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. Thompson against Adebayo. Thompson left side. Here's Whitmore outside. Williams grabs the board. And Washington with possession. 2-point game. Adebayo sets a screen. Monk. Adebayo, no good. So it's Philadelphia now. Harden, the pass to Thompson. Outside Whitmore. Back Back to Thompson to take the lead. It's rebounded by Washington, and that's a one-game homestand for the club. Herder with it, guarded now by Whitmore. Outside Herder, right side, Williams. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league, so it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Washington. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Philadelphia's coach as he addressed the team. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling guys, come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Warren finds Middleton. Off target from outside.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Monk. Adebayo a screen on Harden. Monk passes to Adebayo. Williams from long range. And again, it's Washington with a three.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Philadelphia trails by 8. Outside Lively. Now Harden. Now Middleton. Now Warren. Now Whitmore. The bucket is good!
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Now a timeout called by Washington. Changes for Philadelphia. Flags checked in for Warren. Halliburton comes in for Middleton. And Mitchell subbed in for Harden. And then for Washington, Hachimura's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Kuminga comes in for Jalen Williams. And it's Bilal Coulibaly in for Christopher. And so Monk will bring it up for Washington. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Outside Embiid. Outside Kuminga. Here's Hachimura. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down.
That's Kuminga's game, using his frame to get that board and finish.
Monk against Mitchell.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
6 to shoot. Flag fires. Can't hit it.
It's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
Here's Monk. Embiid. No stopping Joel Embiid. Wow.
A gifted interior scorer. When Embiid establishes himself down there, he is almost automatic.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And Washington with possession. A big stretch here going. 10-2. Here's Kuminga. Over 3 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Hachimura outside, and he slams it down.
Oh, what a finish. Uri's showing off that athletic ability.
And Philadelphia calls time here. .11 left in the final quarter. Lively with a screen on Monk. Here's Flag from deep. Ooh, the shot misses. Monk against Mitchell. Now Kuminga. Now Hachimura. Monk misses the three. Outside Whitmore. Mitchell. And the three misses. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Coulibaly. Monk, a screen on Halliburton. Monk outside. Jacks up a three. Oh, it doesn't go. Now Philadelphia with it. Down by 12. Takes a three. The three is in. So it's Washington picking up the win. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Malik Monk.